Hi guys, Linda Lopatka here. I love the way Corey was doing her, I think it's Scrapbusters, and she had a list of questions. And the first question I think was, what do I want to make today? So that's what I'm doing today, is what I want to make today. So I want to make those little pin things that I showed you in my last video. These little some of these little embellishments with one of my tickets and a pin and one of the bingo. It's a bingo chip. And I thought it'd just be fun to have a whole bunch of these sitting around. So I got to fix this one. I got the pin all twisted on it. Okay, so I want this to come down in the front like that. And I just thought they'd be kind of neat to pin on something. So what I did is this was a graphic fairy, and these are domino images to put on dominoes, but I put it on some vellum. And then what I did is I took that and sewed it to a bunch of the tickets. So the sheet had 24 things on them, and what I did is I cut them all out into like little flags like this, and then I paper clipped them to the tickets, you know, the whole row of tickets, and then I just stitched all of them on. So now all I have to do is take it off, and I punched a bunch of bingo chips, and I have to decide, do I want to put a red one on or a blue one on, because I have red and blue, and I think I like the blue. So I'm going to take, the blue has kind of a silvery color to it, so I can take a silver pin, and if I go to put this on something and silver doesn't work, I can always change that. Oh, I should punch a hole in here too. So I just have my big crocodile over here on the side, and I'm just going to take that and put it through there, put a pin in it, and then I'll have a bunch of these made when I'm done. I could just leave this until, thought the red would look really pretty on that. I could just leave this until the whole roll until I needed to use it, but I thought I want to get some of these in a container so that when I want to use them. So that's what I think I'm going to be working on the next couple of days, are different kinds of embellishments. I have quite a few tags. The other thing I want to do is make some little books to put in journals. I find that when I make a journal, I, get the pages done and all that, and then it's like, oh, I've got to put something in all of these. I'm not sure what I want to put in them. So this one's kind of got a gold. I should have put a gold in that one. I'll probably change that. When I bought these pins that I'm pretty sure I bought on Amazon, I think it came with the gold and the silver and the black, and I tend to use the black the most, so I thought with this maybe I could use some of the other colors, and that would be a good thing for a change. So this shouldn't take me too long to get these all made. I don't know. Let's see as I go along. Today I have to help an elderly neighbor. Poor guy. He just, the Lion Energy wants to change his meter, and they do it by like a lottery. And he's like, why'd they pick me? I don't want to do it. And it really doesn't involve him, but too much. So I'm on call, which is fine. I love helping older people, even though some people would consider me older people. I thought that was funny when my mother was in her 80s and we went to the grocery store one day and she was talking to this other woman and she comes out and she's, I just love to talk to those old people. It just cracked me up because my mom was never going to get old, I guess. I think we all feel like that, don't we? That, you know, it's weird. I'm 68, but I don't feel 68. Maybe my 40s, although I didn't like my 40s. I had more, like, I don't know, health issues and things are going on. It's probably stress, but feeling pretty healthy these days. And I'm glad I've already had my shot. So life is good. So I think these are really cute, and they can just be pinned to a tag, to the ribbon on a tag, or like those paper clips that I made the other day. Should lay these out here. And I could not find I couldn't find where I got this one with the butterflies on it. Just couldn't find it anywhere. I looked through all my, I guess there's one more place I could look. I thought I looked through all my Graphic Fairy downloads, but couldn't find it. I'm going to use a silver one on this. But these tickets and the vellum could also, you know, just like this, could be made into a paper clip too. So lots of things I can do with these. And I like that they have the little smile underneath. I know that seems, you know, it doesn't seem very old or vintage like the things that I like to do, but when you do add a little this and that to it, it works out pretty good. So I hope everybody's doing well. And poor people in Colorado. It just, I just don't understand it. I just don't understand it. I'm not a hunter or anything, and most of the hunters I know are for some kind of gun control, and I just don't understand why we have so many shootings, or we have so many people that shouldn't have guns, and that we have so many guns, you know. It's just, I can't understand why they can't come up with some kind of law that protects the hunters and people who use their guns properly, and get rid of all the other guns. When my son was 18 years old, and I probably told you this story before, he called me from, well, I knew he was at a gun show, and he called me from the gun show and said, Mom, what's my social security number? It was his 18th birthday. And I said, you don't know your social security number? I know where you are, and I'm pretty sure I know why you want it. I'm not giving it to you. If you don't know it, then sorry, too bad. Well, anyway, he still came home from that gun show with an AK-47. And he's going, but Mom, I don't have any ammunition. I said, well, it's a good thing, but guess what? That's going back tomorrow. I am not having that in my house. And what I should have done is just taken it and turned it into a police officer, which actually is what happened. We went back to the gun show. We find the guy that he bought it from, and I'm like, you are buying this back. You are taking this thing away. This boy just turned 18, doesn't know anything about guns, and, you know, he shouldn't have this. And what are you doing, selling guns to kids? And the guy is missing like 3 fingers and saying, oh, sorry, all sales are final, not taken aback. He said, but you can walk around and see if somebody else will buy it. So I actually found a police officer who was doing like there to promote gun safety classes. And he bought it back for a lot less than my son paid for it. And, you know, lesson learned. He, you know, offered to, well, he told us about the gun safety classes and stuff like that. And my son was just so embarrassed that Mom was doing this, but I didn't too bad for that. And now that he's in his mid-30s, he's like so glad that I did that. But at the time, he wasn't too happy with me. But he wasn't real bad. He was kind of like, okay, she's really mad. I really blew this. So all was well. The gun got out of the house. Never bought another one. It's kind of, you know, he doesn't hunt, so didn't grow up with his dad hunting or ever had any interest in it. And what do you need a gun for, you know? Oh, and I know there's people that live in places where it's really dangerous and they feel much more secure with a gun and for their protection. You know, my brother was in the Marine Corps and he's a sharpshooter. He, you know, has a really good speech about how the fact by the time you get that gun out, you're going to be dead if that's the case. And you have to live with that the rest of your life, that you shot somebody. So, you know, there's a lot more to having a gun than just having a gun. So, and I don't, you know, I feel like I'm preaching to the choir, but if you are a gun owner and you enjoy even just, you know, like shooting, I forget what those things are called, the clay pigeon things. I mean, I understand that, you're right. I just don't understand why our country can't, you know, figure out how to keep the guns out of people who are going to do harm to others. You know, it's just so sad. But anyway, so the one good thing about this is, if there's any good thing, I think they have the man, and maybe they can learn something from it, and maybe that'll help. I don't know. Anyway, so look at this nice big pile of these I have, and I'm just pretty excited about getting these done. And that is going to be my video for today, is making these little embellishments or ephemera for upcoming tags or book pages. These would be kind of cute hanging off of a tab on the side of a page. Too, they might be a little big for that, but I don't know. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you're having a great day and finding something fun to do. Thanks for watching. Bye.